When I tell you I maxed out so many cards, because that's how, like, when you're searching for acceptance in somebody else, you're gonna lose a lot of money, okay? That's just that. You're gonna lose a lot of money, a lot of patience, a lot of friends. When you're like searching for acceptance, you're going to do the most. Yourself. A merry little Christmas. And have yourself a merry little Christmas. Hey guys, welcome to my first day of Vlogmas. I've decided that I was gonna go ahead and be consistent with this and at least upload 12 films for the month of December, starting on, was it the 12 days before Christmas? Yes, that's something I can commit to. So today, I'm going to go ahead and give a story time. It's still gonna be a little bit chill because, ooh, I'm rhyming. Chill because I'm at work again, so I'm kind of multitasking. So yes, this story time will be about the time I got scammed, and I went with it, honestly. So yeah, let's just get into it. If you can take anything out of this video, it's just a reminder to always be vigilant, especially as a young adult, graduating college, graduating even high school. And if you have like a burning desire to be successful, there will be like a lot of people that prey on that, and they will use that as a leverage to gain from you, and you won't get anything in return. So let's get into the video. Okay, so let's start from my childhood. It's like, I'm joking. When did this start, really? This started around my fall semester of my last year of college, and I want to say that was 2019. That seemed like so long ago. That was 2019, and it's when I just got my car. This is when I moved off of campus, and I decided to get a little bit more independent. So I started to commute from Baltimore to College Park every single day. I decided that it was pointless for me to live on campus, especially as a super senior. So I was like, I'm gonna move home, buy me a car with my refund check, and just stay home. That's my way to get to school. So yes, I don't know why scammers come. Well, I guess I know why, but the scammers come out when the refund checks hit. And also during that time, I was going through a breakup, so I was just looking for anything to take my mind off of the fact that I moved through life with the rose-colored glasses on, and I need to do better. So I had a really close friend, or I want to say we were really close. We were really close, and I just felt like I wasn't always the best friend to this girl. You know what? I'm gonna try. I called her one day and I was like, hey, how are you? We haven't talked in a minute. Just trying to work out any type of issues that we may have had. So yeah, boom. A couple weeks later, still in the semester, she calls me and says that she has somebody that she wants to talk to me. And this girl, now my friend didn't scam me. This girl calling saying that she was 25 and retiring and stuff like that, and would I like to meet her and figure out how I also can, you don't line, because I'm pretty sure I hit y'all with that too, but like, how I can also become successful. So this is my first time hearing something like that. So I'm like, whoo, was this the sign from God? Was this the sign from God that I needed? Like, don't worry about these dudes. Just get to your money, get that bread. And I'm also in my last year of college, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was like, maybe this is the break I needed. Like, yeah, everybody else, y'all sleep, but I'm ready to get to this money. She was like, where would you like to meet me halfway between where I live and where you live? And she said, Beltsville, Maryland. And I was like, okay. Little did I know that she was lying. That is not halfway. She used that line with everybody, but I was like, okay. I was kind of excited. And I forgot to mention that not only was I a full-time college student still, I also was working, a part-time job, but I tried to do that every day. So it kind of turned out to be a full-time job and full-time job without benefits. and a part-time job. This might have been like around September. Yeah, around September. So yeah, I'll pull up to the Panera like 10 minutes late because again I was at work, and we're talking and talking like that, and she's asking me about myself, and I'm really inspired. Like, I'm really inspired by the things that she's saying. Like, she was asking me like, what are my goals I see for myself, what did I see for my family, how bad do I want to be successful, stuff like that. And she wasn't really offering me anything at that time, which is why like I was like kind of trying to figure out like what was going on. She wasn't giving me the whole story of anything. She was just saying like, yeah, I'm about my business, and she was just kind of gauging me. I didn't know this was all part of the process. She was just gauging me and things like that, and trying to figure out like, was I gullible enough to keep going? I was in a trance. I was like, wow, like I went to school for 4 years and you telling me that I didn't have to do all that? She was saying how she graduated from college in a neuroscience degree, and I'm like, you had a neuroscience degree and you didn't even need that? You here getting successful outside of that? I want to know how you doing that, because I graduated with public health. I want to know how you're doing what you're doing if you're so successful. She pulled up in a really nice car. I was just like, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? But this thing that she was doing, it was like a process. So she made it seem like, you know what, I'm interested in you. I'm open to meeting again so we can further discuss this. And from that point, she invited me again, and then we had another conversation where we sat down and talked about like logistical things. And yeah, she invited me out to this seminar thing at a hotel. Now, mind you, that should have been the first red flag. Let me tell you why. Now, at this point, I'm thirsty. This is my first time hearing about I can become successful if I just like, if I, you know, network, link up with the right people. Like, this can happen for me, and what am I doing it for? Like, she appealed to the emotional part of me. Like, you want to take care of your parents. She talked about how she wanted to take care of her parents. I was like, yes, that's all I want to do with this life. Just make sure my family is good. I know that I'm successful when none of my family is on EBT anymore. That's when I know, or any type of EBT, any type of government assistance. They got houses in multiple county states. That's how I know that my family is successful and I've done my job. So she basically was like, you know, she was like pulling at the emotional part, and that's when I was like, okay, tell me more. So yeah, boom. So she invited me out to this thing. Well, my friend, you know, under my friend, she invited me out to this seminar thing, and I'm pressed at this point. I'm called off of work. I'm dressed up in my Sunday's best. Girl, I had the black stockings on, and I was just sitting in the car, and I had put it on Snap. It was like 7 o'clock, you know, and my friend was like, she saw my little Snapchat. She was like, what the hell? Why are you making cryptic moves? What are you doing? And I was like, I can't tell you. Like, I thought it was like secretive or something. I said, I really can't talk about it right now, but you know, we can discuss it later. So they made it seem like it was like a secret thing, like not top secret, but like only people have to earn the information. Like, so it made me like, I was nosy. I was like, okay, like, are y'all really connected to millionaires? Like, she was like, yeah, we're really connected to millionaires, and you have to earn the information. And I was like, all right, okay, I can do this. I like to be connected to successful people. I want to be in a room with people that I can learn from. So yes, I went to the seminar thing. I forgot what it was called now, but I went to the seminar thing with one of my friends. I met her there, and I seen a lot of people that I knew, you know, from Maryland. I'm not gonna give you the whole spiel because that's information that I'm not gonna give away just in case somebody else wants to do it. I don't know, but yeah. So they was giving information about the business, about how you scale and how you can make money from it and how you help other people. But one thing that I learned about a scammer or a scamming ass business is they want to appeal to your emotional part. So they're going to tell their sob story first. They're going to talk about how they was homeless and how they came from somewhere and they had nothing to eat. All they was eating was Go-Gurts and Ritz crackers, stuff like that. And they want you to feel sorry for them in a sense, and then they start telling you how they got out of that, like who they met that helped them out of that. And again, this was my first time hearing stuff like that, and And I started comparing it to my life, and I was like, damn, I was eating Go-Grits and Ritz crackers too. Not really, but like it made me want to, like, you know, connect more. I'm like, dang, you came from the struggle. Like how, like I admire your drive and stuff like that. I want to learn more from you, you know. And these people actually did have a lot of money, but not for the reasons that, you know, I originally thought they had money for. They actually had a lot of money. So boom, yeah. So the seminar ended or whatever, and I meet back up with the girl that I came with, and she was telling me how I'm at the second part of the process, and there's more stuff that I need to do in order to officially become a part of the process, and I have to earn my position. And I was weighing my pros and cons, and I was like, all these successful people, and then it's me. What do I have to lose? Well, the second red flag should have been that price tag just to start off. It was like $300 for like just to be a part of the system, like $300 and stuff like that. And how they like panned it out, there was like $300 investment, and you can make like probably $1 million in 5 years, like something like that. And I was like, And mind you, at this time, my refund check, my second refund check didn't even hit yet. I had spent the first one on the car, making sure that I had like money for the insurance, stuff like that. Like it didn't even hit yet, and I was already making plans for it with this scamming ass business. I was already making plans for it. I was like, okay, like, and it was like the girl was rushing me. She said, you gotta do it now before the time is up. And I was confused as to why she was rushing me. Like, you know, I was confused. But I made that shit happen. Like, I made it happen. Like, I think my mom gave me the money for it. She said either you can get, it was for a camera. It was money for a camera. She said either you can use this for your camera or you can use it to start your business. And they made it seem like it was my business. Like, they were saying, would you like to start a business? And I'm thinking they was gonna help me start my business. So that's why I was pressed. I was like, yeah, mine, hand it here. Where's my money? Like, I was pressed for it. So little did I know that the girl was just trying to make a quota, okay? So, you know, I didn't even think nothing of it. I was like, okay, so I pay this money and then I get connected to millionaires every day, really. It was like, I think it was like 2 times a week. It had to be like Tuesday and Thursday or something like that. It was Tuesday and Thursdays every week. And mind you, they were either stationed in Laurel, which is like close to my school, where my school was at, or they were stationed in Virginia. So just hear me out. So I go to school all day, and then I had, okay, just thinking about it, making my head spin. Okay, so I was in my last year of school, so I had to do an internship. I had to internship at a child care facility and, like, you know, study kids and help them out and stuff like that. And then I had school, so I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because I lived in Baltimore. So I had to commute all the way to College Park, Maryland. I had to go to the internship with those little ass kids first thing in the morning. And after that, I had class. And after that, I had work at Target. Some more little ass kids, like dealing with people at Target. And after that, then I had to drive sometimes to Virginia and not get home basically till 2 o'clock in the morning. And then had to get back up by 5 to do that shit again. So I was just doing a lot because they were speaking life into me. They were like making me feel like I could do anything. And still to this day, I appreciate that. It's not like I didn't gain anything from the experience. I'm not gonna say that. I will say that you don't need other people to, if it costs you a lot of money, or if it's like, if somebody is charging you that much for some information, it's probably not worth it. I'm pretty sure whatever somebody's trying to charge you for, like whatever, you can learn it ish on YouTube, or you can pick up a book. Like, I was like, I'm gonna just keep going, but it was just a lot going on. And when I tell you, my little refund check by December, it was gone. Like, I told my family that I was gonna just pay off my car with my refund check when I first got my car, and that joint was gone by like my second month in the business. Like, it was crushed. And I'm gonna just keep going and explain to y'all what happened. Okay, so apparently I made it through the process. This is like 2 weeks in. She's like, yeah, you were really quick in this process. I see that you're hungry for knowledge. You're hungry to change your life. I see that, like, you understand that, you know, college can't really do everything for you. You have to, like, want more for yourself. You have to want more for your family. Like, the American dream is not like the American dream. Like, you have to go out and really make stuff happen. And it's true. It's really true. But at the same time, what? So not only did I have to pay to be a part of the mentorship, but I had to keep adding people. I had to invite family. I had to invite friends. I had to like be a weirdo outside and ask people if they wanted to change their life and stuff. And that part I didn't really like. I didn't like the fact that I had to reach out to my friends, and sometimes she would have my phone. Sometimes she would have my phone and she would like contact my friends for me, so that because I wouldn't know what to say. There was like a dialogue that she should say. I didn't know what to say, and it made me feel some type of way when I lost so many friendships, so many relationships out of that, because I'm just like, they know that's not how I talk to them. They know that's not how I talk to them. I do not talk to them people like that. So when she started messing with my family like that, I was like, all right, sis. Like I stopped like giving her people to talk to, because I'm just like, I'd rather just go talk to strangers outside than to like really damage these friendships, because they like, what the hell? No, I don't want to do nothing. No, I don't want to meet nobody. Like, it was just crazy. So what happened after that? So yeah, so when I finally got into the actual like business and stuff like that, like, so I had to like read, like listen to all the audios and read, and it was just like a brainwashing session. So like, they even say like, if you have to stay close to everybody and stay connected and stay tuned to what the speakers are talking about, because if you stay away too long, you're gonna fall away. You're gonna like want to leave the business. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought of it as like pure logic. Like, okay, if I stop applying pressure, I would get distracted and I would want to like not be a part of the business anymore. But no, that's not really true, because I started to think about when I first joined the business. And when they told me, they asked me, do I know what a pyramid scheme is? And I said, yeah. And she was like, well, this is not that. Okay, I never said it was. And then I'll see, like, I would search up the name of the business, and it was everybody, all the reviews would say, it's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. And she tried to challenge me on that. She was like, a lot of people don't join the business because they think it's a scam. But let me tell you, I fed my whole family. I pay my mama bills. I'm Ethiopian. Like, I take care of my family with this. Everybody thought I was crazy because I didn't get into med school, and this is my way of living, and I'm really making it work. Now they trying to ask me for money, and I'm over here like, okay, sure, okay, maybe it's not a pyramid. That shit is a pyramid scheme. It is. It's a pyramid scheme, and I was in denial of it, even though everybody else said it was. So this went on for like, I want to say, like almost a year. I think it went on for 10 months. But then, like, and I felt like when I got into it, I felt like I had invested too much money in order to like back away. And not only that, like, remember when I said that when people are targeting you, they target people who are at low points in their life. They target people who want better for themselves. They target people who are not sure of themselves, people who have low confidence, low self-awareness, self-esteem. They target people who don't know who they are, and they monetize off of that. Because I swear, boy, we went away to a conference in Tennessee, and the conference was pretty cool. I was a little bit bored because people were just talking about themselves and their success, and it wasn't much. The only thing they would say was, you know, stick to the business, you know, continue to push out your products. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be successful. Your time is coming, stuff like that. And that was fun, you know, that was fun, that was cool. But then Sunday morning came around, right? Sunday morning at the conference in Tennessee came around, and it was time for church. It was time for church, that church service. So, you know, I'm a Christian girl. I'm not all holy and stuff like that. You know, I have my faults, and, you know, there's things that I need to work on myself. But when I tell y'all, when they did that service, I thought they were going to start talking about God and how they were grateful for their life, and how if it wasn't for Jesus, none of us would be here. This man got on the stage and started talking about himself. Like, talking about himself. It wasn't no God. It wasn't no scripture, nothing. It was just, they was worshiping themselves. Seriously, like, I was supposed to clap and go like, oh, every time somebody said, oh, here's so-and-so that made so-and-so back in here. And I was not impressed. I was tired of fake being, like, obsessed. I was tired. And then I'm never gonna forget that the same speaker for the Sunday service, he started to save people. After his service, he started to save people. Like, he started to, like, people were walking towards him at the end. He was like, if you want to accept Lord as a Christ and Savior, come to the stage. And everybody was crying and throwing their hands around, and I was just scared. I was really scared. I'm just like, y'all are worshiping yourselves, and I am afraid for y'all. Y'all letting the wrong people lead y'all. Y'all being led by finances. Y'all been led by the devil, because I was scared at how so many people were touched by that message. I'm like, y'all are lost. This is not, no, y'all only listening to him like this is because he got money and he made money off of y'all backs. Like, I was going broke trying to support the business, and only because I had built a relationship with the girl. Like I said before, they will cling to what you care about the most. They will emphasize that. And now let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I know that. Because me and I forgot her name, upline. Me and the upline, we became really close. We talked about our families. I even pulled up to her house for products so I can push it out. I saw how she was living. I was like, damn, I'm letting somebody that doesn't even have what I'm like trying to achieve lead me. And it made me start thinking about stuff. I was just like, no. So yeah, I noticed that it was just for the profit. These people do not care about you. They are only after your big bucks, because during COVID, when COVID hit and we really couldn't come outside, and my aunt was dying, and I had a lot of things going on. 2 of my aunts was dying from cancer, and I had a lot of things going on up here, because I'm just like, I went to school for 4 years, and when I come out, the fucking world, the bleak world is falling apart, and I can't even, whoa. And all this lady was telling me was, your aunt will want you to keep pushing in the business. She would want you to be successful. Why would you give up now? Stuff like that. And you know what? My aunt do want me to be successful. She do. My aunt want me to be successful in all whatever I achieve. My aunt doesn't want me to settle for less. She doesn't want me to be led on by people that only after one thing for me. That's it. And I noticed that, like, she started to get a little bit irritated with me, because when COVID hit, I stopped working. Yeah, I was one of the ones that were just collecting an unemployment check, because I would be damned if I was driving 45 minutes to go work at a retail store and I wasn't getting my hours. The only thing I was getting out of there was getting into arguments. Because for some reason, I don't know, when people stopped liking me at the store, which is fine. But like, I stopped being a pushover. I stopped being one to allow somebody to talk to me any kind of way and stuff like that. And I even did that in my job. I was just like, I set boundaries, and a lot of people didn't like that. They tried to demonize me, and I'm just like, that's cool. So I stopped going. I stopped going, and I was collecting my unemployment check, but I couldn't spend it on the business. I had to make sure my car note was paid. I had to make sure my family was okay. Like, I can't keep paying your bills, sis. And that's the thing, like, that's when they started getting irritated when I wasn't producing. Like, I'm not worrying about all that. 2020 is happening now. We have family dropping like flies. My teacher died the day after he put in grades, and I'm so glad that I reached out to him the day before, or I would have had, a bad score instead of making the dean's list. But rest in peace to him. But like, we had stuff going on, and all she cared about was, have you hit 300 points this month? Have you did this? Have you did that? And I'm like, no, I did not. I really did not. And I didn't even think about, oh wow, this is how she's paying her bills. I didn't care. I was just like, Steph, I don't even care about this business. I'll walk away right now. She tried to win me over with some seafood, like. And I really was considered staying. She took me out to one of my favorite places. And she know I like seafood. She took me out to one of my favorite places. And we had a long conversation. And I was telling her how my mental health was being affected. And I didn't tell her how I feel like the business was making it worse. But I was not happy. When I tell you I was not happy last summer, if you even go back to look at some of the videos from like July and stuff like that, like, I was really losing my shit. Like, when I say I was losing it, I ain't never felt like that. I felt like an entirely different person. Like, I had lost so many friendships, like, they just walked away from me. Like, I felt like an entirely different person, and which I was. Like, I felt like with family inside my house, how can you walk past somebody every day and just hate them? Like, I just felt so much in here because I haven't dealt with the shit that been going on with myself. And I hadn't really processed people dying around me, and I had to realize, yo, like, take care of yourself, but understand that it's not all about you in here. Like, there's people that's hurting from stuff that they've been through. You have to be wise enough and mature enough to talk about your problems, talk about what's hurting you, and address that. Go get some help if you have to, but just know that everybody's dealing with something. I had to pull myself out of that and address it in like a, you know, calm way. I had to hug myself and be like, you gonna be all right. But my upline didn't understand that. Like, she was just in my butt because I wasn't, like, one time she had, I decided to take a mental health day, right? I decided to take a mental health day, and I sat there and I decided to put together a TV desk in my room. I didn't want to talk about business. I didn't want to talk about other stuff. I didn't want to talk about Amway. I didn't want to talk about Amway at all. I just wanted to talk about, you know, like, I just wanted to chill and be, if she was gonna be a friend to me, she was like the only friend I had. If she was gonna be a friend to me, be a friend. But I cannot deal with talking about business and stressing myself out anymore, because I will off myself. Like, seriously, that's how I felt. I will off it. I will shut down shop. So she had put me and one of my older close friends on a call, and she was telling us how we was slacking. Mind you, we had put everything on the line just to support this lady, just to, because she had cultivated like a sense of family, you know. So if we didn't hit the quota, it's like we was giving up on our family, and how, you know, and I just met this girl a couple months ago, and you see how they put me? Like, you was giving up on our family, and we didn't really care about her if we didn't keep trying. And I'm over here like, me and my friend was looking at each other like, the fuck? Like, we went broke, spent all our money, went against what our family was talking about, weirded out our friends and our close loved ones. Like, they got us looking at us, they are looking at us like we're crazy, like we got some problems going on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a lot going on. So when she had went off on me, because she did start spazzing, you know how Ethiopians are, she started spazzing on me. And that's the day I was like, oh baby, it's coming to an end. You're spazzing on me, and this is a choice? Okay. So some time went past, and I was still bull crapping, because I'm just like, even if I'm going through something, you're not gonna care. You're only gonna care if I'm producing. So, and then I had somebody who was in the business a couple months ago. They came and talked to me. They was telling me how let me start from, one of our friends that was in the business a couple months ago had died. He had died from some type of heart failure, or I don't know what it was. And his friend had came to talk to me about how he felt about the whole situation, and how he felt that our upline did not give a damn as long as we were producing. And they were saying how they were scamming us out of so much money and pocketing a lot of money, which is, or like pocketing hella money, and how you are not obligated to do anything. If anything, this is it's not supposed to be easy, but you're not obligated to do anything. And there are many ways to make a bag. You're not. And when he was talking to me, I'm like, you're right. I don't have to. I'm not put up with this. When I tell you, it was even done with me at this point. I'm not even gonna say, like, and to this day, I do appreciate the opportunity that the opportunities to grow as a person and to learn discernment, because I did not have anything. I was being led by sheep, yo. I was being led by people that they're brainwashed. You're being brainwashed because people show you some type of concern or actually they care about you, when in reality they just learn a good, they talk a good game. People talk a good game and they appeal to the emotional side of you. People really don't care like they say they care, especially when you have potential to make them money. They don't care what happens to you. They will use you for everything you got and throw you away. We got her to a high point in business. But then I'm like, so you are making money, getting bonuses. I'm over here trying to figure out where I'm going to get my car payment from in the middle of a pandemic. And you're going to sit up here and tell me I'm not doing enough. When I tell you I maxed out so many cards, because that's how, like, when you're searching for acceptance in somebody else, you're gonna lose a lot of money, okay? That's just that. You're gonna lose a lot of money, a lot of patience, a lot of friends. When you're like searching for acceptance, you're going to do the most. And I had to stop that. So one day, long story short, one day I was just like, I'm gonna just block her and see what my life come out to be. Like, yeah, I lost money in this business, and yeah, I might not never know how it feels to have a team of 20 people who all love me and worship at my feet, because that's not even what I wanted. I don't want nobody to see me and be like, oh yeah. I don't want that. I don't want fame. I want money, but you can hold the fame. You can hold that part. I don't want nobody, you can hold that. Don't worship me. That's not even how we get down over there. So, you know, I just said all that to say, like, watch the relationships that you build, because people will finesse you out of some coin, especially when you're vulnerable. Because I'm not even gonna say when you're young. There were people young and old in the business, and not to say not a lot of people did benefit from it, but it's like the people at the top benefit. The people in the middle and the people at the bottom, they getting pulled around too. Like, so when everybody's talking about tap in for more information and you gotta have a subscription of like $300 or all this kind of stuff in order to learn information, hold that thought, do your research, and figure out if that makes sense for you and your pockets and your future that you have for yourself. There's a lot of people that just want to be your friend because you don't know who you are, and they can gain from you. They can gain a lot. They can build an empire off your head and discard of you when they're done. Like, so that's all I have to say for today. Like I said before, I still appreciate the experience, because if I didn't have that, then if I didn't lose that money, I don't know who I would be today. I would still be somebody that's getting finessed. So, and I wouldn't mind, like, say if somebody's teaching me something, I wouldn't mind paying like $20 a month to learn information. But shorty, I was spending, don't tell nobody, one month I spent $900 on stuff that I didn't even, like, still to this day don't use. Like, I gave it to my family and friends, just throwing money down the toilet. And it was one time, and I'm sorry, I know I keep saying I'm ending. There was one time where they was telling me how much money I would make from the business, and I put like $500 into the business, thinking I was gonna get a bonus or something, and they gave me $100. And I said, where's the rest of it? And they was like, you won't have to like contact, you know, the administrators to see how you can make more or where it's coming from. Like, she never told me that you only get bonuses or big bucks when you make a certain amount of money or when you add a certain amount of people to the team. They will continue to lie to you. They will continue to lead you on. They will make it seem like, you know, oh wait, there's more, like stuff like that. And if somebody's not upfront about everything that's going on, take that also as a red flag. Have some discernment, even as somebody coming out of college or high school. Because if it was easy and if it was easy bread, everybody would be doing it. If it was something that was respectable and, you know, it was a way to really make money without sacrificing yourself or your time, everybody would be doing it. So that's it. Just do your research. So that's it. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and let me know what you think about it. And if you have your own experience about getting scammed or being a part of a pyramid. I said part. Being a part of a pyramid scheme. Let me know. Let's talk about it. But thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Day 2, Vlogmas tomorrow.